everyone, this is Zebo and welcome to today's Everything You Need to Know about the upcoming patch for Guardian Tales Global Server. So as usual, in today's video, we'll run through everything you need to know for the upcoming patch, which is the introduction of No.9 Miss Chrome, as well as the part 2 for the 2nd anniversary. So without further ado, I'll start with the Amazon shop itself. First of all, this is your Wilf package, which is your Unfinished Festival. This will cost you about $100+ if you decide to purchase everything, but as usual, this package will give you a ton of goodie to upgrade your characters, to pull for more characters, or even reset characters' awakening nodes with the awakening reset stones. So yeah, just purchase based on your abilities as well as your needs. But if you just purchase the step 1, 20+ Sing dollars for 30 option change stone as well as 50 option lock stone is a pretty good deal in my honest opinion. So yeah, if you are a small spender, buying the first one, giving you all these for your end game stuff is pretty substantial. And then if you can afford a little bit more, then you buy until step 2 and then you'll be able to get the 1000 stamina for free. So yeah, just spend based on your personal financial capabilities. And then for the next one, we have the limited time summon package. So this is your usual gem plus summoners controller package, nothing too special about it. You can purchase up to 4 times. And the last one is your daily package. So I think this daily package type of goodie is gonna stay for a bit. Basically, they give you a pretty decent package, 500 page gems and 5 summoners controller for about 620+ Sing dollars. So 5 controller, if you put it into the gems perspective, is about 1330 gems. So a total of around 2000 gems worth of items, because if you include the awakening dungeon box, for the price of $6+, I think it's pretty decent. If you look at the gem packages, right, for this one is 2735 controllers. So a total of around 10,000+ gems for about what, like 6-7 times the price. So 2000 gems compared to about 10,000 gems, the pricing, you know, this is a lot better in my honest take. And I think you don't have to break your wallet for it. So if you have the money, you spend on it. If you don't have the money, you can take a break from it. So I don't know whether or not this is a long-term thing to stay, but I guess the daily package is pretty valuable in my honest take. So if you want to spend either the daily pack or get your Unfinished Festival package, which will be about $100+. Obviously, if you have all the money in the world, then just buy everything. So I'm not gonna stop you on that. And let's move on to the next part for the Amazon shop, which is the introduction of a new currency known as the Dream Evolution Stone. So this Dream Evolution Stone is purchased using hero crystals or through the event missions. So in case you guys do not know, over here in your beginner's mission, you'll get a ton of evolution stones. So I'm just gonna claim it, right? Not a lot actually, it's probably like a few hundred only. But if you claim everything, you'll get 320, which will allow you to exchange for about 320 hero shards for your unique heroes, which is, I guess, decent since it's all freebies and stuff. But if let's say you do decide to exchange with hero crystals, the conversion is 1 hero crystals to 2 Dream Evolution stones. So to be honest, it didn't really change the amount of hero crystals you need to exchange for all these units, because I think you only need 20 hero crystals to exchange for all these 40 shards. So the total amount of hero crystals you need to exchange is didn't change, right? And Dream Evolution Stone is only used to purchase for unit shards for now. So wait, I mean, until they release new features for this currency, I guess this currency is pretty redundant, right? Right now, that's what I see, because you get you need the same amount of hero crystals to convert for the hero shards itself. So the total cost didn't change, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do more with this Dream Evolution Stone, right? Probably include it inside your packages in the future, probably introduce new stuff you can exchange with this stone. So we shall see where this go. But right now, yeah, this is pretty much it for Dream Evolution Stone. So for the hero costume over here, we have 2 new one, which is the Sword Miss Chrome. Looks very similar to Orca, I don't know why. And we have the Crimson Lock Cloud. So this is your Dracula kind of design, and a bunch of repeated costumes. And then for the equipment costume, no new costume over here, so these are all repeated. I purchased all of them. And for the next stuff, which is new within the Amazon shop itself, is within the relic itself. So in the relic shop, now you're able to purchase for your proof of wisdom, swiftness, as well as courage in order for you to move on to the next district. So for those of you guys who have been following me closely, I've been farming the expedition game mode on a daily basis ever since the release of the game mode, and so far I'm still stuck at district 2 due to the lack of proofs. So I think this is an amazing addition for those people who are really unlucky with the proofs. You know, this will definitely speed up the progress to go into the district 3, and in the future there will definitely be more need for such proofs. So definitely a great addition in my honest take. And with that, let us move on to the next part of this update. Okay, so since we are on the topic of the relics, let us take a look at the farm feature. So there's a few new things to the farm feature. First of all, you guys can see there's a few new crops. So we have the EXP hammer over here. So you get your hammer and you get your EXP mushroom. So over here, this is the EXP crop, and then you have your usual crops. And other than that, I think there's also a gold seed, but I haven't seen it before. And the other new feature is the caravan feature, which can be upgraded to level 3. So you can purchase your EXP mushroom spore, your hammer bolt, as well as random RG materials such as your rock fragments for your farm. You can also get like some relic related stuff, and you can also get like usual stuff you'll get within the Heaven Hole shop itself. So this cannot be refreshed, and you can only use the stated currency to buy for them. So there's a few things that you can purchase with gems as well, those higher quality ones. But yeah, so far I haven't seen a gold seed before, so I think that could be very rare as well. And you can also access the relic shop directly from the caravan to save some time. So a very good quality of life. And that's for the caravan. And then for the building itself, you can upgrade your house to level 6. But right now, upgrading your house to level 6, right, only gives you more crop tiles, and it doesn't really allow you to build for more stuff, because all this stuff can be upgraded when your house is at level 5 and all these buildings are already available. So yeah, like all this max level storage as well as your crafting stations is still at level 5. So as you guys can see, level 5. And for the crafting station, same thing, level 5. So the only thing that it affects is the crop tile. So craft the level 6 house accordingly based on your personal needs, right? That's what I'll say. Because for myself, I can't really max out the crops because I'm not pay to win heavily. I can't really farm that many seeds on a daily basis. So my crops always get like half filled, or maybe like 80% filled. So I don't need 36 crop tiles because I'm not going to use them. But you can actually use the crop tiles to further design your farm, which is definitely still a good thing. So that's that, and let us move on to the next part of the update. Okay, so next up is a pretty major quality of life change. Over here, we have your guild record feature. So once you enter the guild raid, as usual, you will see the rankings of the various guilds as well as the damage to the ranking differences. So if you take a look at the other tabs, right, you'll be able to see the total damage done by your guild members, as well as the individual boss damage done by the top members of the guild. So you guys can see this is the current round top hitters, this is the previous round top hitters. So you can check it on the daily basis, right? As long as the round reset, you can keep track of the damage done by them. So it's very good for the leaders. And then there's also the participation records, which tells you the total damage done by a member as well as the individual damage done. So if I click on myself, you guys can see these are my activities 3 days ago. And this will allow the leaders to better gauge the activeness of the members as well as the activeness of the guild, and do the necessary adjustments in order to boost the guild raid rankings. So this is for the more hardcore guilds to push for better results. And overall, I think this is a very neat feature. We used to do it for my guild in the past. It's in the similar fashion, right? We recorded all this individual damage done. So what this new feature actually does, it just makes it such that all the leaders or the admins need to do is just refer to this tab consistently. You can keep track of the performance of the guild. So yeah, definitely a great feature. Not too exciting for me because raid has been around for a long time, but still I appreciate it as an old time player for this game, or this game mode itself. And with that, let us move on to the next part of this update. Okay, so the next part of the update, right, includes the improvement to Team DeathMatch beta. So I think there was a lot of feedback to actually tell the developers that it was actually very difficult to identify who's your teammate. So they included the colored indicator. So as of now, I didn't record my last team deathmatch, but blue color will be your teammate and red color will be your enemy team. This will help with easier identification, and that is definitely a good change for this game mode. And other than that, right, there's obviously your usual event mission, which is your bingo machine. Yay, you guys can hear my excitement. So I'm not going to talk too much about it, right? It's basically use your coffee, get more points, and then roll for the rewards. So I'll just quickly go through the rewards so that you guys can know what is coming and prepare your coffee resources for it. So round 3 and round 4. So that's for the bingo machine. So bonus round is all your hammers, and that's it for this bingo machine. There's nothing new about the event side. It's just a stamina mission. So part 2 is still stamina mission, and there's also your summon mission as usual. I think this summon mission give more rage ticketing has been appearing pretty consistently. Not too sure whether or not the developers just want to give back to the players, or is there, you know, like a lack of people summoning. I'm not too sure. Maybe this is to attract more people to summon. But with that, let us move on to the last part of this update. So before I actually talk about the last part, which is supposed to be the hero updates and improvements, I'm going to talk about a very casual thing that was added in this patch, and that is the Lana Pizza Run. So over here, you guys can see that I'm not a big fan for this arcade game mode, so I haven't touched it. But yeah, it's your very simple casual game mode there, in case you guys are, you know, bored from doing every other thing in Garden Tales. So go and relieve your Lana Pizza delivery game mode, and let us move on to the last part, which is the hero improvements as well as buffs. Okay, and welcome to the last part of this update. So on screen right now, these are the stats changes for the various heroes, from their changes to their base stats, as well as the changes to their awakening nodes. So namely, if I remember correctly, is Orca, Aleph, and Parvati for the base stats, and then Sohi, Future Knight, Vishuvek, and some other heroes for the awakening nodes. So I'll just include them on screen and leave it there for a bit so that you guys can refer to it to know what are the heroes that got changed in terms of their stat lines. And yep, just gonna leave it there for a bit so that you guys can refer. And with that, let me move on to the 2 big buffs for this patch. And I'm not too sure whether or not they are considered big, but at least I'll talk about the one that's bigger in my honest take, and that is Sohi. So Sohi got a new line of ability, which is plus 8% damage to range dealers. So this means 2 things for Sohi. Number 1, she's a niche range killer type of unit, which will make her a little bit better in the offense for Colosseum, because she can position herself to go snap the backlines by dealing more damage to them. And obviously, right, she's gonna be a lot better in the matchup against the range units. So units like Lina, units like Cloud, okay, maybe not Cloud, because Cloud is a dark unit and Cloud will just eat her up. Units like AA72, so units with the range attacker tag, Lucy, Mark 99, they're all a lot more susceptible to Sohi because she can hit them harder and she will deal higher consistent damage. So that's definitely better for Sohi. And in, I think, the expedition game mode, where, you know, there is a few units with clear identification that they're actually range dealers, Sohi is also better there. So overall, definitely a good improvement for Sohi, which will make her more consistent in terms of dealing damage. But on the hindsight, in the arena perspective, you're still not gonna do a lot to your tanker unit, to your support unit, because the damage boost is only to the range damage dealers. So like the other stuff, which is the stats changes, will help her out a bit on that. But overall, a good minor improvement for her, which will make her more of a niche range killer type of unit. And next one is Future Knight. So Future Knight's change, I think, is not very significant, other than in the likes of maybe like 3v3 game mode, or maybe like a team setting where you're able to use your weapon skills multiple times. Maybe defensive co-op, I think Future Knight is pretty good, because the new line that Future Knight has is plus 30% party skill damage for 3 seconds when a party member uses a skill including herself. So if you're able to stack up on your weapon skills to consistently keep this plus 30% party skill damage buff going, I think Future Knight is a very good team player. So defensive co-op, Future Knight is going to be even more amazing. But overall, in the arena setting, I don't think it's going to be that significant, because I think the main issue right now is that Future Knight needs to survive until her weapon skill chain to actually win the matchup. So this is a win more type of thing in arena, and I think if let's say they did focus more on her survivability, she will be a lot more feasible in the arena because she can survive longer and she can definitely take away at least one unit with her weapon skill chain after surviving their initial onslaught. So that's what I think about Future Knight. I might be wrong and she could be really OP, but nonetheless, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Do remember to like and subscribe in order to see more videos from this channel, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.